People often use mixed numbers in conversation. We're going to discuss what mixed numbers really are. Here we have a number line that represents 2 miles. And shaded, we have 1.5 miles. 1.5 miles. It's common for somebody to say, I've walked 1.5 miles. I've driven 1.5 miles. And 1.5 is a mixed number. Let's take a look. 1 and 1/2. A mixed number is when a value is represented by a whole number and a fraction. We can represent this 1.5 in different ways. Here we have 1.5 pizzas, or perhaps you could think of this as 1.5 hours. Here we have 1.5 rectangles, 1.5 candy bars, 1.5 buildings. Here we have 1.5 squares, which could represent 1.5 acres of land. So 1.5 is a mixed number. Let's look at one other mixed number and just see how all this works. Instead of having 1.5, well, we'll have 2, and the fraction will be 3/4. So here's 2 3/4. 2 3/4 acres of land, 2 3/4 miles, or 2 3/4 miles. Very common for people to use mixed numbers in conversation, and this is what a mixed number means. A mixed number is when a value is represented by a whole number and a fraction.